It's been a little bit since I had an update. It was a busy weekend, but if you guys can see, I'm actually up on the roof. Big moves. We got the ridge beam up today. We finished the ceiling joists and we got our rafter cut. So we have our template rafter. So hopefully tomorrow we're cutting a whole bunch of rafters and flying the roof up. So super exciting. So before we actually frame out the roof, now that we've got the ridge going, we actually need to finish the sheathing of the gable. And so here I am cutting some sheathing, did a lot of that, obviously. And then of course, as we were putting the sheathing up, it was a nice windy day. So, you know, it looks pretty easy and quick in the time lapse here, but you know, dragging all those sheathing pieces up and up the ladder and then putting them in place while it's windy and all that good stuff was never a fun idea. As you can see, we actually got as much sheathing as possible on the walls before we lifted them, so we didn't have to do a lot of this work on ladders and on scaffolding. But obviously, you know, this gable end we didn't get to build until the rafter was up and we had the slope and so on and so forth. So here we go, going through the sheathing, and then of course once it's all nailed, then you gotta also zip tape it, and don't forget to roll the zip tape. So now the sheathing's up, we can continue on with the actual roof framing and start cutting rafters and throwing rafters up. And so anybody who's ever cut rafters before or tried to figure that out, you know, it's honestly a lot of time figuring out that first rafter. You know, doing the math, figuring out where the bird's mouth is, what the angle is. You know, unfortunately we couldn't just do a 5/12 pitch because this is trying to match existing. So basically this ended up being like a 5 1/4 12 pitch to really match existing. So, you know, basically spent a lot of time just hashing out a rafter that worked, and then basically cutting a whole bunch of those. And so I basically trace it onto the rafter, utilize couple different saws. This is where a jigsaw comes into play as well. Cut the bird's mouth out. Take my father's 1985 jigsaw here because my cordless one was having a rough day. So take the jigsaw, knock out the bird's mouth, hit off the side, and go with it. You know, the other thing that you learn as you're sort of going through this process as well is after we cut a few of these, you put them up. You know, we straighten the ridge out the best we can, but based on different factors, whether the wall, there's a tolerance there. You may need to make the rafter a little longer or shorter depending on what you're doing. So we only cut out a certain amount at a time, then we check, and then we might have to adjust a little bit and create sort of a new mock-up. And so here's a little time lapse of the rafters. One thing that we also did to sort of to try and make it a little easier on ourselves as well is we did the rafters on the far end. We did a certain amount of them, and you'll see that actually the roof sheathing is up on the ceiling joist. Remember I said we've kind of been moving this up, trying to make it a little easier. So after we got a few rafters, enough rafters up, we would actually put the roof sheathing on top of the rafters and sort of held them up temporarily. So again, we're not lifting and trying to feed sheathing through rafters, and also on the outside. So other than a couple pieces, we actually it worked out pretty well. You know, throwing the sheathing on both sides was a little bit of a pain, but you can kind of see us back and forth here. You know, cutting, installing, just sort of going along the way. Similar to the ceiling joists below, once you hit the skylights and the chimney, there's a lot more going on, and it wasn't as straightforward as just 16 inches on center and here's the rafter type. And so you see here we're kind of skipping over the opening of the skylights, you know, getting all the common rafters in place as much as possible, and then from there we'll start filling in. But this purposely left this open because we were getting up to the ceiling joist through the skylight, and then also again that zip sheathing, we wanted to put it on the roof. So once we got to a point, we wanted to pull the roof sheathing, or the zip sheathing, up to the roof. Then of course we had to cut some pieces of sheathing. So that's actually my little sketch there of the sheathing of what it looks like around the chimney. So again, cutting this on the second level, or the main level, and then being able to feed it up only one story, so not trying to carry a whole bunch of stuff up 2 stories up to the roof. And so what you can see here on the right hand side, you can see the roof sheathing. So we stacked it all up on top of the rafters, then we basically just carried it over to the other side, and then tacked it off as we went through that. you'll see there, that's what we're doing now. We're taking it, we're kind of lifting it over, and then we tack it down the other side. So for the most part, we still have to bring a couple pieces up, but honestly, this helped quite a bit, being able to get it. And you can see, if we need to end up cutting it at this point, because it's all the way up here, then you bring the saw up and you actually cut it right in place, which is what we're doing here. Then again, you can see flipping and going over, and you can see that cable in the middle. As you can see, once we started jumping on top of the sheathing, we did tie off, and that's one of those things where I know at a 512, you talk to some people, they may not do that, but we definitely did that. So I know one of the things that everyone's probably wondering is, did we make it watertight within the 28 days that I was hoping to? And before I hop outside and sort of show you the windows install and whatnot, yes, we did. And so just to show you kind of where we were at, this is the schedule, the overall in Notion here that I'm tracking the information from. And as you can see, we started basically give or take around April 1st, we'll call it, somewhere around this area, and then we finished windows essentially May 2nd, give or take, the weekend of May 2nd. So if you include working days, that was it. Hey guys, Sunday morning out here on the job site. Got some exciting news. We got windows. All the windows are installed. We have one exterior door left to do here. Nice work, buddy. Give me a thumbs up. Go around here so you can see the windows there. There's some windows there. All the windows there. So a couple more things to do to be completely watertight, but we're looking really good. It rained like crazy, so I'm gonna go in and see if the roof and everything held off, and then I'm gonna start doing some interior walls, trying to get ready for electricians and plumbers to come out. So we within that month, we successfully watertighted, and as I'm recording this video now, got all the other trades in, and sort of electrician and plumber and insulation and drywall, and we're kind of going along, moving along. In the next video, you'll see pieces of that, as well as starting to work on the patio framing and so on and so forth. But hope you're enjoying this series. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for updates. Like and subscribe, hit the button below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.